We start with the big story. All flavored vape with nicotine is now illegal in our state after a stretch of vape deaths that is growing tonight. We're now at 16 deaths nationwide. The latest, a person in New Jersey. The first fatality in that state. But what about those here in our state who used vaping to quit cigarettes? All week we're exploring every angle of this complicated debate. Earlier this week I talked with a vape shop owner who told me the ban isn't the answer. Teens don't vape for the flavor, they vape for the buzz. But tonight we're hearing from an addiction specialist who says we have to start somewhere. Is it the nicotine high or is it the flavors?
Yes, it's both. Right? And it's the device. The devices are novel. They're electronic. They're cool. Their friends are doing it. They want to be part of that. So they like that. They like the flavors.
Libby Stern is a nationally certified tobacco addiction specialist in Grand Rapids. Parents have turned to Stern for help, wanting to know how to get their kids off vaping.
Parents have asked questions about how to handle it. They don't know what to do. It's harder, it's one thing if, if your kids are smoking cigarettes, it's very obvious, right? You can smell it. And you can tell if they've been smoking, but with these products, not necessarily.
Stern supports the statewide ban now in effect, prohibiting flavored nicotine vaping products. She believes the flavor is the first lure. The nicotine then gets teens hooked.
I would spend probably 3-4 times a day. I'd step outside just right out here and smoke a cigarette, a quick 5-minute break in the middle of the day.
Getting hooked on nicotine may be the easy part, but quitting can be a bear. Rick Jensen, a former smoker who now works in the healthcare industry, learned that the hard way after smoking a pack of cigarettes a day for 15 years.
I had withdrawals, sweating, shakes, nervousness.
Calling it one of the hardest things he's ever done in his life, Jensen says hypnotism is what sealed the deal in his quest to quit nicotine for good. But he admits he occasionally used a vaping cigarette along the way.
Having the vaping cigarette with me was kind of like my crutch or my cane for when I was having a really weak moment, and I just needed something to get by. I believe that the way I vaped to quit smoking was helpful in my case. I'm not sure that I would recommend others to vape knowing what we know now.
And yet, teen vaping has become a national epidemic. Just last month, a federal survey showed 1 in 4 high school students are vaping. The CDC says nearly 30% reported using an e-cigarette in the last month, up from 20% in 2018. Stern says we have to start somewhere, and the governor's ban is the first step.
Otherwise, things are just going to continue to escalate, and you have a lot of young people dealing with addiction when, if it hadn't have been available to them, these are kids that would not have smoked.
So is it the flavor? Is it the buzz? Was it sneaky marketing tactics targeting our teens? I wanted to get some of those answers from the students themselves. I sat down with a group of local high schoolers. We'll hear what they had to say tomorrow night on the 7 on 8. We also checked in with vape shop owners to see if they've pulled the stuff from their shelves. Well, everyone we encountered did, but they're not happy about it. In fact, there are lawsuits out to get this ban overturned. We also checked in with police as well, who say right now they are working with vape store owners on education rather than planning any arrests.